Hello, my name is Brian Zumwalt. This is my persuasive speech on why workplace safety is so important. According to the CDC, in 2019 alone, there was almost 900,000 workplace-related injuries. Nearly 30% of these were slip and fall type injuries. In 2019, the rate of ER visits for workplace injuries was about 156 people out of 10,000. That's almost 2%. There's three major types of injuries. Contact with objects and equipment. This could be a cut on the hand, a crushing injury to the hand, a bonk to the head if they're not wearing a safety hat. Overexertion of bodily reactions. This could be lifting something too heavy and hurting their back or hurting their knees. Or a slip and fall type injury. Many who work in job sites have the mentality that they've never been hurt, they know what they're doing, it's never happened to them, and they won't get hurt, is the mentality that they have. Just because they haven't been hurt doesn't mean they won't be hurt. Often these types don't wear proper safety glasses, hard hats, gloves. And just because they got lucky before doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. OSHA, or the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, is a government organization promoting workplace safety. They were founded in 1971, and this year is their 50th anniversary. First 10 years alone, that they drastically cut down workplace injuries. Some of the first things they implemented was removing cancer-causing and toxic substances from the workplace, like asbestos. This organization keeps workplaces safe to this day. One of the most common and preventable types of injuries is eye injuries. Especially in shop and industrial environments, everyone needs to be wearing their safety glasses. There's approximately 300,000 eye injuries a year, and make up nearly half of injuries to the head, costing nearly $300 million in medical bills annually. This, according to the eyeglass industry company called Hexarmor. In any shop, there's always the guy that refuses to wear their safety glasses. They always have the same excuses. They claim things they've never had an injury. They tell a story about how they got an injury once while they were wearing safety glasses. Or they just make excuses. They even make claims they've never had an injury and never need them. You only get one set of eyes. Eye injuries can be permanent. Often whatever object flies at you, you don't even have time to react. It gets you before you even realize it flew up. It could be things like dirt, sparks, piece of metal, even just dirt being blown by compressed air. According to Dr. Scott Mundell of the Henderson Vision Clinic, 60% of eye injuries occur when not wearing proper safety glasses. Personally, in my own life, a good friend of mine, he's gotten 2 eye injuries. Both times he had to go to Will's Eye Clinic, and they don't remove a piece of metal with tweezers. They actually use like a dentist drill, keep you awake under local anesthesia, and they drill the metal out. And from what he's told me, it is not a pleasant experience. Another common type of eye injury is hand injuries. Forms of protective gloves are one of the best ways to prevent hand injuries. Data found by the company Superior Glove found that 23% of all hand injuries could have been prevented by wearing proper gloves. I've had 3 ER requiring hand injuries in my life, 2 of which were probably preventable. I required stitches on a couple of my fingers, 1 of which I was wearing gloves, and if I wasn't, I probably would not have this finger anymore. Gloves also serve a second purpose. They prevent exposure to harmful chemicals. While it may not hurt you in the short term, in the long term, it could cause skin cancers, burns, you name it. And a study from the National Safety Council found that the average cost of a finger or hand injury can cost $540 to $26,000 per injury. In my career as an auto mechanic, I always try to wear the gloves, but obviously I had those 3 times I got injured, learned my lesson, now I always wear my gloves. And the last form of preventable injury is slip and falls. They're a very common injury in the workplace or even at home. They account for about 12% of ER visits annually. Some stats provided by the law offices by Adam Scudner. 5% of slip and fall injuries result in broken bones. Leading cause of injury in all age groups from age 10 to 100. Most common cause of brain injuries and hip fracture injuries. And the average amount of lost time of work is 11 days from slip and fall injury. Medical bills from slip and falls average $34 billion annually and are the leading cause of bankruptcies. Most slip and fall injuries are preventable. No one trips over air. Usually something causes the fall. Objects on the ground, spills that have not been cleaned up. In a shop, it could be air hoses, equipment, parts, tools, you name it. Having improper footwear, worn boots that no longer grip, or even leaving your boots unlaced because they're too tight can be causes of a slip and fall injury. In a shop, boots should be steel toe. They should have oil resistant and slip resistant soles and should be tied at all times and have a very grippy sole. Running in the shop, make sure the work area is clean. No objects and walkways, and spills should be cleaned up quickly. And if you have to leave the work area to clean up a spill, make sure you notify anyone working around you that there is a spill. Safety is an important aspect of a workplace. Ignorance of safety leads to injuries, lost time, lost wages, even death. Make sure a workplace is safe, and working in a safe manner is the easiest way to prevent injuries. Most injuries are preventable if steps are taken, like wearing safety glasses, gloves, footwear, and maintaining a safe work environment. Just because someone gets their medical bills covered by a workplace insurance doesn't get them off the hook. If the accident is deemed their fault, they could lose their job. And that doesn't pay the bills. Even with a personal injury lawyer, a legal case could take years or months. Everyone in the workplace should make safety a priority, even in non-industrial application, like an office. People could still trip over an extension cord. Safety should be a priority in every single workplace.